What up guys, back here with another video. This is part 6, What If Naruto Was Alone. Now, I did not explain the fight from the final valley. I'm actually going to be recapping a little bit, but this time it's from Sasuke's perspective. When Naruto said all those things like I said in the last video, Sasuke said you don't have to do this, and he said hatred is not the way. And Sasuke starting to talk to him and trying to get him to come back with him to Hidden Leaf Village. And except for Naruto said he was going to break all his bones, and Hobi Sasuke said, I will force you to take you home. And that's what continued the fight, and from the fight. Now, the village is not in full panic mode because now they're still allied with the Sand Village, and that's good. Now, Sasuke feel like he failed Hinata. Neji feel like he failed Hinata, couldn't bring him back. Sasuke felt guilty he couldn't bring him back because he think Orochimaru had brainwashed him. He still is going to revenge his clan, but Kakashi says personally gonna train him, and yeah. So for Sasuke, it will be more intense training. Hinata will be more intense in training, and Jiraiya's gonna be try looking for Naruto in their base, and he could get their team to go there. For now, they need a new Hokage, and Jiraiya does not want to be a Hokage, and Sasuke Uchiha asked to go with Jiraiya and train with him, and he also wants to bring back Naruto. Same thing with Hinata. Hinata will be with the third Hokage, and all of them will start talking together. And he said he has a plan, and he tells his old sensei, and tell his sensei, I do not want to be Hokage, but I have somebody in mind to be in Hokage. Lady Tsunade, he will say. And third Hokage will say okay, but Sasuke will budge in the room, and he asked Jiraiya to train him and take him with him, and Hinata will be also there too. Jiraiya is thinking about this, and he already knows what happened to the Uchiha, and he will actually take Sasuke with him, and will train same thing with Hinata. Go find the legendary Sanins, one of them, Lady Tsunade. Now, right now, Sasuke, now we get to the part where Naruto is. Right now, Naruto needs to rest up, and Orochimaru will explain the backstory, what happened to his clan. Remember, I'm actually changing their clan's origins. Now, there wasn't in the Hidden Leaf Village, but they're in the land in the fire, and they have their own compost, and pretty much they were like in the war, in the Great Three Ninja War, and the Second War. In the Second War, their clan had been cut in half, but they did repopulate and have their numbers back up. Orochimaru will say, this is their most powerful clan, and strong chocolate, and the Nine Tails, really great for the Jinchuriki Nine Tails. Orochimaru go on talking, and Naruto just listen. In the Great Three Ninja War, it was a tense war, many lost, and they were mostly in the front line, the Uzumaki, and the Kerbal Chain, and Reaper Death Seals, and a lot of sealing jutsus. Most of them had died out, but half of them did survive, but slowly they all died out. And most of them been spread out and left the Kodohan, or the fire, and mostly spread out. Don't know where they're at, and Orochimaru says that he heard somebody, as a rumor is actually another Uzumaki girl somewhere. But Orochimaru doesn't know. And Orochimaru presents him, do you like to find her? And Naruto think about it, and he said yes. Now, Naruto will ask the magic question, who is his father and who is his mother? Of course, Orochimaru already know. And Orochimaru said, I do not know them much, but I do know Minato just a little. But he said his mother was Kushina Uzumaki, and she was a Uzumaki, and his father was the fourth Hokage, Minato Kaze. And Naruto would get shocked and been kept a secret, and he took your mother's last name to keep you safe. Even though last name for Uzumaki is incredibly dangerous because you could get kidnapped. But that wasn't gonna happen because Anbu was strictly to watch you all times. Orochimaru will say. Pretty much Orochimaru was trying to gain Naruto trust, and just maybe he could steal his body and also have the 9 tails. But he needs to gain his trust first. What Orochimaru is doing. But he still wants to possess Sasuke's body. He doesn't know what to pick for now. He picks Naruto. Now, for Naruto, he is thinking, and he's gonna have hate for even more for the Hidden Leaf Village. And he will say the fourth Hokage is supposed to protect you and raise him himself, and he's supposed to be like a father figure to you. And Naruto even get more hate, and he's supposed to get adopted from the third Hokage, and he should have had a better life, but all the hate he gets is getting towards him. And Orochimaru smiled, and he said yes, and he said in his mind. And he said he was the fourth Hokage, and if anyone know, everybody would be suck, and they will probably give you happiness and probably ask forgiveness, but yeah, I know you won't let that slide, Naruto. Naruto with anger, he said his fourth Hokage, the fourth Hokage, it was Minato, and I'm going to say this, Minato was a half Uzumaki and half Kazekage, or that or blood, I forgot what was the name. Naruto was filled with anger, and he would know the story about the Nine Tails and the Nine Tails getting a troll from Madara Uchiha. Because, Orochimaru would have one of his people in there watching constantly, and he always report back to him, but he eventually lost him because he had died. Now, Naruto would be going intense training with Kabuto, and Kabuto would teach him the healing jutsu to heal people, and Naruto pulled him aside, and he wanted to make this statement, and he said, I'm not picking favorites, I do not want to be his number one sister, I don't care. I just want to train up and get my revenge, all he says. And I'm not picking favorites, and I'm not replacing Kabuto. Because Kabuto is having a rally in fake by killing Naruto, but Orochimaru won't be happy. When Naruto said that, Kabuto felt released, and he will say he's sorry. But Naruto will say you're sorry. Please train me, I appreciate it. Naruto was saying, Kabuto, what's up? Now after that happened, we get to the part when Naruto's resting up because he got heavy damage fighting Orochimaru. By accident, Orochimaru did. And Orochimaru gets her arms healed, and he goes to Lady Tsunade. When that happening, Sasuke and Hinata will be also training, and Hinata will eventually learn the Rasengan. But Hinata rejected this, and she said she doesn't want it. Sasuke already had the lightning blade, he also doesn't want it. And that's done and over with. Now, I'm gonna say Orochimaru does know the Rasengan, he does get the scroll for it. And Naruto, he actually gave this to Naruto before they left, and said, hey, this is a scroll from your father. He probably wanted this to give this to you. This is the Rasengan. Once you master it, he haven't fully master it, and there's one element he could do with it, but he doesn't know, Orochimaru said. And Orochimaru will leave it to him. Naruto will be practicing the Rasengan every day, and it will take him 1 week, because he was so motivated to do it. So for dealing with shadow clones, he wanted to do it with his own hands. And that's what Naruto did. Of course, it took him 3 weeks to do it with his own bare hands. But without the shadow clone helps, this will benefit him a lot from fighting. No, we get to the part. We're gonna go for a little time skip, and we only go to the part. Remember, guys, we're not. I'm not gonna start Shippuden yet, cause I want to get all this background story and ready to fit. Now, Sasuke will be training his lightning blade with Kakashi teaching him. And yeah. And like in the anime, he said for using a kunai, he wanted a sword. And he would buy one from the store. And he realized he could fuse it with the lightning blade, make it longer. Now we get at the place in the drunk shop in Hinata, seeing the legendary signing Lady Tsunade, and both of them were talking, and Jiraiya said they said they really need a Hokage, and Kura's Lady Tsunade say like in canon, and they're both arguing, and so for Sasuke's about to speak, it'll be Hinata, and Hinata begs her to be the Hokage, and in the ninth touch, Jinchuriki had been kidnapped with Naruto Uzumaki, her love, she will say. And she begged her. Cause, she would be kind of suck Naruto. And Lady I said, I doubt you're watching over him. I said, really? Now, we go to flashback with Lady Tsunade. Lady Tsunade was drunk, and so, Kushina. And she asked for a promise to protect Naruto safe, because they were friends and really good. And she asked for a promise, can you please protect Naruto or anything up to him? Can you promise me you rescue him? Of course, it's Lady Tsunade, and Lady Tsunade will say yes, with my word. And Lady Tsunade walked back and said, God damn it, I should have been there. Now, Lady Tsunade said he'll come back in the village to help save Naruto, and that's it. Now, Orochimaru will come in and try to influence her about bringing her loved ones back like in the original. And when Lady Tsunade is going to heal his arms, about to, Jiraiya, Hinata, Sasuke will go there, back her up, and it goes a little bit different, but most of the stuff will go insane, except for Kabuto getting knocked out. Orochimaru was going to have to retreat, and that big snake died. Now, after that, both of them retreat. Hinata will beg her, please be the Hokage, and please. And she will say yes. Back to Konoha, the third Hokage is still heavily damaged because he has use a little walker to walk around, but he's okay. He's still healing. Lady Tsunade says she would be the next Hokage. And they're gonna have a little talk and conversation. Lady Tsunade and the third Hokage catching him. And she wants to rescue Naruto and bring him back in the village. And makes the wrong mistake, and that what happened. Now, Sasuke and Hinata would go on Tension training, and Hinata asks, and please train her and show her raw strength in Hinata. And so is Sakura, because Sakura wants to do better in her team, and she will have two students, Hinata and Sakura. Now, Sakura was asking somebody to train him, and she would see from the books from Sakura asking to train her and constantly bothering her, begging her, and pretty much pestering her. And she finally gave in because she doesn't want to do two students. Now we're going to do a time skip when all of them mostly doing missions. Sasuke is pretty good. And he did unlock his 3 shotgun guns. I should have mentioned that. And he's at one point, he was pretty close to unlocking his Mangekyo when Sakura almost died one point on the missions, but he didn't. She's still alive. Pretty much. Now, we get back where Naruto. Naruto, his clothes are different. So his clothes is red and black, shirt black, pants black. He has one glove black, one glove red. Naruto will use a mask, and Orochimaru has a Sharingan. 3 Demoli Sharingan, only one. He did have 2, but Sasuke had been taken from him, and Sasuke had the one Sharingan, and he gives to Madara Uchiha asked him to keep him safe, and see he could gain his trust. And he did, just a little bit. Now, he asked Naruto, do you want the Sharingan in your right eye or your left eye? Naruto would pick the left eye, opposite where Kakashi has his Sharingan, opposite. And this Sharingan is from a Uchiha way back. It was one of, what this say is one of, this Sharingan, this eye is actually from, I can't remember the name, but what's this say is a random Uchiha eye Orochimaru has stolen. And Naruto would have the 3 Tamoli Sharingan. Now, Naruto still doesn't want to go his own, and he doesn't know, because he's mixed emotions. His loved ones and his friends is at the Hidden Leaf Village, but he's thinking starting his own village, but he doesn't know. Right now, he's training and training hard. For the other characters, they're also other training. Ino and Shikararu and Choji also do intense training, because they eventually tell a couple of the Team Guineas what's going to happen, including Might Guide Team needs to bring Naruto back. And this is where I'm going to leave this part off, and it's going to be a time skip, and this is part 6. Once I do the time skip to Shippuden, I'll be explaining Kisame and what's his name? Sorry guys, the mortal person, I forgot his name. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. And by the way, his Tatachi's partner is his older brother Kisame. Kisame is not in the Kakashi. See you guys in the next video. Peace. This has been Anime Demon. Comment, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.